And welcome back, everyone. This is the Pressio on this Conquest of Elysium 3, the Necro playthrough. We've already beaten this game, or beaten this match, but I promised that I would try to show off everything, and it's been rather troublesome because the senator kept dying, and now he's just running around with this Renatus that has two AoE stuns, or two row stuns that he used to wipe out 50-something units I had, so that was a little annoying. But at least he's alive and he's wandering around. As you can see, I have, next turn I'll have 250 hands, and I have a Grand Necromancer who has a lot of spells. Something I never really showed off. Since this is a library, this counts as a, since this Haunted Temple District has a library, it does count for the Transform into Lich requirement. But also, you can visit the library with a unit that's a spellcaster, and you can upgrade your magic. What this does is, if you click here, you'll get the option to study whatever paths of magic you happen to have. If you have multiple paths, I'm guessing there'll be multiple options, but Necromancer's only know Necromancy. And as you can see, you'll study it for 1 to 9 months. What'll happen is, if I click this, I'll get one spell of a new spell of the highest level I can cast, and then that unit cannot be used for a number of rounds. Like, it'll just sit there. It won't have any action points for a number of months. So I was doing that to pass the time, and I kind of got, I started out with Soul Drain and Shade of Death. I started out with really bad spells, but then I did it 3 times. I ended up getting Army of the Dead, which summons 1 to 18 Long Dead, Death Spell that does 1 to 20 to an enemy rank, and Chill of the Dead that does 1 to 13 and Weakness to a rank. So, neat spells, but it doesn't really matter because I'm already winning the game. Something else is, with even though I'm the top tier with both my Vampire and my Grand Necromancer, I have the option to do Ritual of Necromantic Mastery. I did attempt this and then load the game. I did it with my Vampire account, and what'll happen is you'll still be a Vampire account, but then you'll get a level 1, level 2, and level 3 spell for free. So it's kind of like a visiting the library type thing. It's alright, but I wouldn't really... by this time I would have better things to spend my hands on. So that's why this ritual is still here. So let's go ahead and end our turn. I don't really care about the Hastus there. Alright. Let's use special power. Transform into Lich. Actually, this is our stats right now: 6 hit points, 9, 11, 4, weak melee attack, a bunch of spells. Alright, use special power, transform into Lich. You have now become a Lich. What is the point of being a Necromancer if you can't live a great many times? So there you go, we're now a Lich. There's no other options here. Let's take a look at our stats. We have 19 hit points, and now we can cast 2 spells a turn, both level 3. We have Touch of Cold, that does 1 to 4, does 1 to 4 damage. We're Immortal, Fire Vulnerability, Piercing Resistance, Amphibian, Spirit Sight is nice, Standard Undead Immunities, and nothing else. So, the main benefit though is, let's see, as you can see I have no Insanity right now. Let's go ahead and use special power and raise dead. Okay, now let's take a look at our guy, and you'll notice that I have no Insanity. I can use raise dead as many times as I want with this Lich. So that's the main benefit for the Lich. Also, being able to cast 2 spells around is really nice if you have the right spells. As far as I can tell, there's no other other special summons. I mean, I could do major summoning a few more times if I really want to, but you probably have already seen everything that's of any importance, I guess you can say. I mean, that Abomination and that and this thing is pretty good. So yeah, that was the Necromancer. Overall, it's a kind of interesting class. It's not very... It's kind of like a ticking clock when you start a Necromancer. You have to try to get as much stuff as possible before you go insane. I guess these guys are a little bit more closer to Cthulhu than the cultists are. But yeah, you just try to get you try to conserve your raised deads as much as possible. Like, just find spots that only have strong presences or just normal presence if you're desperate, and then just rely on units until you can get the hands you need to either get some summons in or upgrade and become a vampire or a lich, and then you can do a little bit more freeform raised dead and stuff. So yeah, that's about it. So there you go. That was the Necromancer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just to warn you guys, this week I do have, as you probably have heard in some of my other things, I am in multiple project classes for this semester, so there may be occasions where I might slow down in recordings, so there is that, so just keep in mind that. I do have a test this week, and along with a, what was it called, milestone check for one of my project classes this week, so I'm going to be a little busy this week. I think I said this week enough times, but this will be the Necromancer. The Enchanter will be next. Someone requested to do the Halflings, which are, like, I guess, the Bergmeisters or whatever they're called. But yeah, I'll do Enchanter next, which I have no real experience with. They usually die real quickly the few times I had them on a map, and I've only fought them a couple in the early game. And oh, by the way, the Enchanter place is a Crystal Tower. I don't think I mentioned. Well, actually, I did mention that, so never mind. But yeah. So yeah, so don't worry if there happens to be a dry spell. Maybe it probably wouldn't be much. It might be a day at the most for no recordings, or I might just do chunks of my current playthrough and just put them in separately, like maybe half, like, you know, 2 parts and then 2 parts another day. But yeah, I'll keep putting up the recordings whenever I have free time. I might actually start the Enchanter soon, as I finish this here. So there you go. Also, I do put up, you probably noticed I also put up other videos, like the brief Let's Plays of various games I've stumbled upon, and I'm also currently still doing my playthrough of Toho Soccer, and I don't intend on stopping that. So don't worry about that. I will still make recordings of Conquest of Elysium. Just wanted to let you guys know that, hey, don't freak out if, like, one day I don't actually have a entire playthrough already prepared for you guys in the morning. So there you go. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Conquest of Elysium 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope to see you guys soon. Good night, everyone.